Hey everyone, I'm Laura with Wellstar Health Place. Today I'm going to be leading you through a lower body circuit. We have Danielle here with me. She's going to be doing all of the modifications. So if you need to look at some modifications, make sure you follow her. And we also have Sam working out with me today as well. So before you start this workout, make sure you do about a 2 to 5 minute warm up. It's always good to get your blood flowing, get all of your muscles warmed up before you start your workout. So first exercise we're going to do today is called a Sumo Squat. So we're going to go ahead and get into a wide stance. We want to make sure that our toes are a little bit wider than our hips here, so we have enough room when we're squatting down. If you want to leave your hands on your hips, you can. If you want to have them out in front of you, whatever feels more comfortable, or if you need a chair to hold on to, that's totally fine too. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and squat down. You want to try and make sure that your hips are about the same parallel as your thighs. That's how you know you're going down far enough. And when you come up, you really want to squeeze those glutes and squeeze your inner thigh muscles. This is a great exercise to really work your inner thighs, right? So whenever you go down again, make sure that your knees are not coming forward. You want to pretend like there's something pressing your knees back towards the wall behind you, so you make sure that your knees are staying nice and straight. So let's go ahead and do that exercise 10 times. 1, 2. And make sure you watch Danielle if you need any modifications for this. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep breathing. 8, make sure you squeeze those glutes and inner thighs. 9, one more. 10, very good. So next exercise we're gonna do is just a regular squat with a side leg raise. So make sure you have your feet about hip width apart here, toes facing forward. You can keep your hands on your hips again, or if you feel better, you can have your arms right here in front of your chest. So we're gonna do a basic squat. Now with this, form is very, very important. You wanna make sure that your chest stays lifted, and also your weight needs to stay in your heels. So you should be able to have your toes come off the ground the entire time you're squatting. So let's go ahead and do a regular squat here. Pretend like you're gonna sit in a chair, keep your chest lifted. When you come up, squeeze those glutes. You're gonna raise your right leg to the side and come back down. Do that one more time. And then we're gonna raise our left leg and come down. If you need to hold on to a chair when you're doing your side leg lifts for balance, totally fine. Let's go ahead and do that one 10 times, okay? And squat, squeeze, right leg, down, squat, squeeze, and down. Very good. Make sure you keep breathing. Very, very important. I don't need anybody passing out. Let's do about 3 more here. Very good. Make sure you really, really squeeze those glutes. Keep that weight in those heels. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do our third exercise. This is going to be called a static lunge, also known as a stationary lunge. So I am going to turn to the side here so you can really see proper form. Again, watch Danielle, because if you're not used to doing lunges, if you feel a little bit off balance, you can hold a chair for this. So take a really big step out front of you. You want to have a wide stance so you have room to lunge down. Now what's really important is you want your back foot to be right on the ball of your foot. You need to hold your hands here on your hips or out in front of you, again, whatever feels comfortable. When you lunge down, you want to make sure that your knee does not go over your toe, 90-degree angle. That's what's going to make sure that we have a safe lunge so that we're taking care of our knees, nothing's going to get injured. So let's go ahead and do that 10 times here. Down, and 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Very good. So you really should feel that in your quads right here, a little bit in your hamstrings and calf muscles as well. So before we go down to our exercises on the floor, we are going to do one more standing up, just some standing calf raises. And there's actually 3 different ways you can do this. So first, regular. Toes are pointing forward, hands on hips, or wherever feels comfortable for you. We are just going to lift up on the balls of our feet, keep your chest lifted, core muscles engaged. Really squeeze your calf muscles, hold for about a second, and come down. Again, if you need to hold on to something for extra stability, Please feel free to. So go ahead and do that 10 times. And 2. Keep breathing. 3, 4, 5. Really squeeze those calf muscles when you come up. 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. So after you do 10 regular, you can also do 10 with your feet, your toes pointing out. So again, keep your hands on your hips or wherever they feel comfortable. You're just gonna releve or go right up onto the balls of your feet, squeeze, and come down. And 2, come down. 3, down. Keep your chest lifted. Make sure that core is really engaged. Pretend like you're just trying to squeeze your belly button, bring it right into the back of your spine. 8, let's do 2 more here. And 10. And last one, you can actually have your toes pointing in towards each other. So this is gonna be the last set we do. Your calves should be on fire by now. If not, you can increase the reps. Let's go ahead and do 10 reps here. And 1. This might feel a little bit weird to you if you've never done these before, but that's okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep those toes pointing in. And 10, very, very good. So if you wanna go ahead and shake out your legs a little bit, we are gonna do 4 more exercises, but just on our mat. So if you're doing this at home and you don't happen to have a yoga mat or an exercise mat, you can use a thick towel if you have a rug, even a carpeted area for some of these, totally fine. So let's go ahead and get down on our back here. We're going to do what's called a glute bridge. So when you get on your mat, lay face up, laying flat on your back. You wanna make sure that your feet are firmly planted on the ground. Hands should be right out next to your side. What you're going to do is you're gonna squeeze your glute muscles and you're gonna raise your hips and push your hips up towards the ceiling. But when you do this, you wanna make sure that you're in a straight line here. You don't wanna go too far and try and hyperextend your back, because we do wanna make sure that we protect our low back. So we're gonna go ahead and do 10 of these exercises here. And up, down. 2, make sure you really squeeze those glutes when you get up to the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Very, very good. So while we're in this position here, let's go ahead and do what's called hamstring curls. Now, if you don't happen to have gliders at home for your feet, if you grab little paper towels, washcloths, whatever you have lying around, put them right underneath your feet. So this way you can easily slide your toes across the floor. So let's scoot up to the edge of our mat, get our feet firmly planted right here. Go ahead and lay back down on our back. So we're in the same starting position that we were just in for our glute bridges. Have your hands right beside you. Go ahead and lift up your hips. But for this, you need to keep them lifted so you can extend your legs and curl back in, okay? If you can't keep your hips up as high, that's totally fine. As long as you're really working those hamstrings, it's a good exercise for that. So let's go ahead and do 10 here. And 2. 3, 4, 5. You should really be driving your heels here. 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Very good. Let's go ahead and lower and relax. You want to go ahead and roll over to all fours here. Still on the mat. We're gonna do what's called donkey kicks. So this exercise, a lot of people actually can do this incorrectly. So I am gonna take you through proper position here. We wanna make sure that our spine is in a neutral position. So I'm not swaying my back and I'm not also having a curved spine. It's nice and neutral. I have my core engaged to help keep my back flat, also protecting my low back here. So we have our arms right up under our shoulders. We're going to take our leg, keeping our knee bent, and just drive it up and then come back down. You don't want to really hyperextend here and end up having to arch your back. You really want to keep that back in a neutral position. So let's go ahead and do 10 here. 1, 2, keep breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Very, very good. You want to go ahead and stretch out a little bit. All right, now after you've stretched out your back a little bit, the last exercise that we're gonna do here is called an inner thigh leg lift. So go ahead and get on your left side here, or if you wanna start on your right, whichever feels best for you. The leg that is gonna be touching the mat, you wanna have it straight. Your top leg you're gonna bring right on front, have your knee bent. Make sure that you have your arms down here on the mat for support, and you're going to lift and impulse your bottom leg really to work that inner thigh muscle, okay? Let's go ahead and do 10 reps here. 1 and 2, 3, 4, keep breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. So how was that workout, guys?
It was tough.
Good. All right. So keep in mind, we only did one round. If you want to get a full workout, make sure you do that about 3 to 5 rounds every single exercise. If you want to find out more about what Wellstar Health Place has to offer, make sure you click on that link in the video description. Stay active, stay healthy. I'll see you next time.